Okay, let me COVID up my camera a little bit tonight. I'm gonna get to a few things. First things first, everybody be prepared for the worst. This thing's coming down on us. I'm talking about psychological warfare. This stuff's happening. It's happening now. It's been happening for a long, long time. If you don't think so, look at the 2013 NDAA. Or was it the 2012? Either way, they got rid of the Smith-Mundt Act with the Modernization Act. Ever since then, propaganda has been legal, but it's not like they weren't doing it to us already, so. What's different right now? We're coming up along an election season, and this is going to get ugly. It did in 2016. Don't think that they got worse at dishing out propaganda through 4 years. They got even more precise. Sucks because we're the targets. Every single one of us. You have an email account, you go online, you go to websites, you do whatever, Facebook. You're going to get bombarded. It's going to be all over the place. Advertising. Advertising, negative, positive. In every kind of light. You know what's going to be funny? Most of the time this advertising is not going to have people with masks in it because those who are the witches, who perform the witchcraft of public relations, they know that a smile gets across a lot. And a human face expresses an abundance beyond what you could really measure. I don't know if you can measure. You could probably quantify it, but it's not going to be the same for everybody. But anyway, they're taking that expression away. That's among the general public. Now, one of the big fears, besides just corona, is obviously like what's on the other side of the mask. And even like people, okay, secret agents are going around, they could do almost anything that they want to because they have this covering. And of course, if they're doing it, the insiders with their little hired thugs or whatever, then they're gonna let those people go and not even look at the evidence, which is basically everywhere. You know, by the time you get outside your vehicle, they already know your license plate and profiles. They look at your face. I mean, everything is facial recognition. Even right now, they're experimenting with, you know, getting good at being able to just trace the face through the eyes, the upper part, when you can't see. Now, of course, they have other ways of being able to trace you too, and your physiognomy. But that's through like infrared. I mean, they could perceive with infrared. All right, so everything is known. You ain't gotta go and ditch your cell phone. You might as well just keep that thing on with your location. I don't, but I'm just saying because they know your every step. Now, of course, she's one of the most wanted people of all history, but Ghislaine Maxwell. She got caught. She always had her cell phone in foil, aluminum foil. So, I mean, maybe that's a good idea. No. Man, they know where everybody is. If they want to know, they know. All right, freedom, dude. That right to privacy stuff is gone. Now there was actually an amendment. Amendment meaning right. It's a human right. It's a God-given right. If you want to believe in God, if not, it's an atheist-given right. It's a human right. Right to privacy, to your information. Of course, we gave that up. Now we're going towards, I don't know what the next thing is. I mean, obviously besides like this contact tracing stuff. I mean, it's ugly because it's just neighbors watching neighbors. This is the same stuff that happened in like East Europe. Just look at it, man. I mean, yeah. Okay, Stasi, East Germany, excuse me. And you know the KGB person who was actually helping out the Stasi, which was repressing their own native population of East Germans, was none other than Putin. But anyway, this electioneering stuff is a scam all the way, and I advise you, if you can, turn the commercials off. Like, mute the commercials. Don't even look at the commercials. Even looking at the faces, it's just like, it's doing something to you. It puts either the faith, the blind faith of these election lies, or it puts in you the hate, the despise. Hey, that rhymes. So, whether you're for R or D, just do your own research and development. Alright? I mean, these people are psychopaths. I mean, you think Trump just hires on a bunch of psychos because it's by accident? Nah. He runs with a like group. Yeah. It's true. Well, he did a fine job of draining swamp. Anyway, so everybody's in a fight or flight mode. And it sucks because it's in division lines that we have closed up. What they're doing is like they give American bodies scurvy and all the scars of like racist thought and hatred and misunderstanding and ethnocentrism, which, hey man, do your ethnocentric thing. Just leave all the hate and harm out of it. You know? I mean, we ain't never gonna change human nature. Okay? Human nature is to tend towards discrimination. That's about everything, but race comes into a factor too. Alright? Like, we all have the capability to race hate, even if we don't. Even if, at least in our own minds, we don't. And some other people will catch up on something. I mean, the whole trigger thing and everybody blaming people before they really know the people is sickening these days. You know? It shouldn't be Black Lives Matter versus All Lives Matter. It should be, we need to stop the cops from killing people. If somebody does, somebody, like, just say somebody's lives matter. Damn it, like, I don't know who I gotta save, but like, I'm trying to save them all, you know? Hey, look, we have two groups, which totally makes sense, going against one another. If that isn't the most profound form of mind control, then tell me something that's more. You got Black Lives Matter against All Lives Matter. I don't know. Like, I think both of them are artificial groups, and what do we deserve in America? A whole bunch of artificial groups and teams and these little micro states, or whatever you want to call them. I mean, we're gonna find out what happens. I mean, maybe too late. Now, they're messing with our minds more than ever with COVID, because they get to impose anything in the world that they want. They get to do anything in the world that they want to us. We're going to take it. They've done so much through the last 4 months that you count your luckiest star if we ever get that back. Normality is new now. Do you understand? That whole phrase new normal is to tinker with your thought maker, your understanding. It's to close your window. Think that you can't go back. No. There's got to be something that gives. Because I ain't going to just knowingly go around being watched by the Stasi all the time if I don't wear a mask. Okay, because they're not looking at science. They're looking at one-sided science. You want to actually have debates? No, you don't. You do if you're a human that wants to get to the root of truth, okay? They, the notorious they don't want to. Okay? They hope that we blow up at each other without even having a decent word to say from one to the other. Or sometimes it's just like we've all been conditioned now to be triggered by something to explode. I just hope that people need to learn how to think again. And get back to where we used to actually correspond and have debates and arguments, but they were still polite. When they say that like the science is settled, that's the dumbest thing. Because not that some science isn't just true, but you need to be able to argue the science. If there's an argument to be had, those people need to have the floor. It's just like going through Congress or something. Like, yeah, I'm a representative of this idea, of this piece of knowledge. You know how much of the underground media is based upon the lamestream media? The old legacy media is almost everything. There's only a little bit of stuff that the independent media goes out and actually finds on the ground. Most of that stuff is borrowed. We go through other media sources, every media source. Whether it be foreign or domestic, or state-sponsored, or corporate supremacist. Okay, we don't just go to one source. We go to like the actual government source, like .gov online. So I think that you people, yeah, I said you people that try to tune people out like me, need to think again. I mean, you're running out of time to be able to think. I really want to go places these days without wearing a mask, man. I've been defying that. Yeah, that's right. Mark me down, NSA. I've been defying it. I don't want to wear that thing. If they make me, I'll pull it out of my pocket and be like, whatever, I'm a drone slave, fine, yeah, cool. But we gotta go back, man. Do you guys not read how it actually says it doesn't protect you on the surgical mask box? You didn't see that. Oh, okay, I forgive you. But you need to look. Since I made that claim, you need to look. And you need to see that these studies that they've done, even through the NIH, National Institute of Health, they don't say that they're good for you. They protect you all the way and totally and believe in these things. Yeah, great. They have not the stamp of approval from science. There's a review of studies, of mask studies, that are actually randomized and controlled, that the NIH put out. Go read the whole thing, top to bottom. It talks about some 600 studies, maybe maybe like 84. I forget the number, but I mean it does. I don't think it goes through every single one, but it goes through about 50. It names like them and you know what actually materialized with the results of them. And well, I did already a video on masks, but so just for crying out loud, don't let them close you down. Don't let them close down your entrepreneurial spirit of working. This is like the Protestant work ethic that is wrapped around the ethnicity of the United States, or culture of the United States. We need to maintain that drive to go out and work and not to be scared. We need to have a slogan or something which is like, stop being scared. That needs to be the slogan for 2020, at least for the second half. We've gone a lot of way backwards. It's time for us to stand our ground. I mean, at what point? I made the claim that they do anything to us and then we'll just let them do it. At what point do we stand firm? They're going to do another thing every 2 weeks. It's going to be another milestone of totalitarianism that we can't reverse if this doesn't happen. Also, we need to realize that we've been in wars that are unnecessary wars of aggression for the last 17 plus years. Think about that when you wonder how psychopathic, how quickly we got psychopathic in this country. Yeah, it's been a long time coming. They made us numb to going and doing hostile things across the nation borders to other foreign people we don't even know. How many of you could literally place Iraq on a map? I hope 50% of you. I don't even think so. You see what I'm saying? So, anyway, I'm running out of breath and I'm running out of hydration, so I gotta attend to my human needs. I'll see y'all later. Till the next episode.